Hi guys, welcome back to Fernbus, where we last time completed the route to Erfurt to Berlin, and now we're going to complete the route back again. So we need to complete a new route, which will be route 4, and this is going to go from Berlin back to our base in Erfurt. So in our spreadsheet we will set up Berlin to Erfurt, and the distance this time in Fernbus is 316, so it's a bit shorter. The ticket prices will be the same, £29.99 bought in advance, £34.75 bought on the day. So on the routes tab it'll be route 4 Berlin to Erfurt. Hopefully you're getting used to how we do this by now. So we need to just check the time. So it's 3:32 and 316 kilometres. So 3:32, I can type that, there we go, and 316 kilometres. Okay, ticket prices same as before. That's fine. Go to the results tab, put in 4 there, and that will pull that in, and then we're ready to put the number of tickets in. Routes list should have populated, route 4 should have populated in there. That's all fine. So we are ready to go. So we'll save the route, hit continue, and all we should need to do is check in our passengers. Just log into the phone. Don't know if we've got any ticket buyers, we'll see. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, not to worry. Okay, Berlin to Erfurt, that's 1.
Hallo, ist das gültig?
Berlin to Erfurt, Yarrow is 2.
Dankeschön. Grüezi, bitte sehr.
Nuremberg, nope. Sorry mate.
Wohl vertan.
Oh, there is a ticket bar there.
Salut, fahren Sie in meine Richtung?
Berlin to Erfurt, Dante. Yep, that's 3.
Ciao.
Go over here.
Servus, das Ticket, bitteschön.
Berlin to Erfurt, Orly, that's 4.
Ciao.
Grüezi.
You, madam. Tamara, that's 5.
Salut, das Ticket, bitteschön.
Juliana, that's 6.
Auf geht's. Servus, Sie wollen bestimmt ein Ticket sehen.
Diana, 7.
Servus, das Ticket, bitteschön.
Rosa is 8.
Auf geht's.
Hallo, fahren Sie in meine Richtung?
Leopold is 9.
Ciao.
Okay, so we've got 9 people who'd previously bought their tickets, and there's one person who's got a ticket icon above their head. Over there.
Grüezi.
Ich benötige noch
Yep.
ein Ticket für die Fahrt.
Danke.
Okay, so we should have 9 and 1, so there should be 10 people on our bus. So let's just check that there are 10 people, and then we'll do the spreadsheet. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10 people. Okay, so 9 had their tickets in advance, 1 bought it. Now I don't think we're going to make much money on this. 10 passengers ain't going to make us a lot of profit. Yeah, 52, assuming we're on time. So let's hope we can be on time. Okay, so we can skip forward to departure time, start the ride, and see what we can do. So we're supposed to be there by 17:05 for the look of it. Okay, see what we can do. Right. You'll notice the departure time's 13:33. I haven't actually set it to the exact time that's on the timetable in the spreadsheet. You can do that if you want. I just haven't bothered to actually set the minutes. I would set it to 13:02 or 14:02 to match the time in the spreadsheet. You can do if you want, or 14:07 or whatever it was in the spreadsheet. You can set your time in Fernbus to match exactly the time on the spreadsheet if you want to be that exact. Okay, so we're now sitting at traffic lights. We can get out of Berlin and hopefully we can get back to Erfurt on time with a bit of luck. Things have been going reasonably well so far. Hopefully you can now see that completing the spreadsheet does not take very long. And whilst I know it's not part of Fernbus and not linked to Fernbus in any way, it's a completely separate thing, it does add ticket pricing and costing and everything in a way. It'd be nice if it was integrated, but that doesn't seem like it's anything TML are proposing to do. So it is what it is, really. And if you want to use it, you can. As I say, I'm looking at trying to think about setting up a virtual coach company if anybody out there's interested. So let me know if you are. And if there's enough people interested, we'll try and do something. I'll add a little bit more to playing the game. Right, so we're out of the city now, so we can get our foot down a bit. We're in an 80. Whoa, he's going to go. Go on then. Oh!
Was geht denn hier ab?
Yes, madam. He sort of drove into me. He wouldn't go by and he wouldn't let me go. Don't know quite what was happening there. Let this one go. That's it. Right. Having got over that slight nightmare, we'll get going now. The AI can be a bit of a nightmare. It was partially my fault. I sort of could have got out of his way a bit better, I think, but I don't think he was quite perfect either. And what's this one doing? Come on, mate, what are you doing? Come on. Put down a bit. It's better. You do have to be prepared for him to do anything, unfortunately. So I didn't include anything about accidents or speeding in the spreadsheet because there's no way to link it to actually say yes you did or no you didn't, so it seems a bit pointless really. All that really affects is your XP in Fernbus, which is a completely separate thing. Now I can't remember which way we're going up here. Are we going off at this junction? Yes we are. Oof, steady on, Mr. Flixbus. Fellow bus driver, nearly went into me there. certainly going to try and let him go in front of me. Okay, so hopefully now we can get our foot down and move out a lane. Are we going off again? We're going off again. I don't need to move out a lane. I didn't think we were going off again already, but we are. Got to get off onto this road towards Leipzig. So let me know what you think so far. Do you think the spreadsheet adds anything? Do you like it? Hate it? Think it's worth a bother? Think it can be improved? What would you like to see? And so on. I'm open to the suggestions. I really wish there was a way to sort of automate it with Fernbus, but I really don't think that's something that TML are open to doing, to be honest. So I think we're stuck with what we've got, really. It'd be nice if Fernbus sort of just created a text file or something which said what the ticket purchase details were or something, and you could just pull the data from that text file, but it doesn't even do that. I don't think it's something they're interested in doing. They're working on the France DLC and they're more interested in creating more DLCs to sell than they are creating an economy, it seems. I did ask if there's any economy likely to be coming, because there didn't seem much point in bothering to try and develop the spreadsheet any further if they're going to be releasing something just around the corner, and they said no, there's no economy plan. So I think we're stuck with what we've got, really. Unless anybody's got any brighter ideas. So I'm not a programmer, so you have to watch these speedy couriers. I always get a bit nervous when I know one of them's around. They sometimes just pull out and do all sorts. I don't know if it's coincidence that it's them that I have problems with, or whether it's designed to be that way, but I do find it to be a bit of a nightmare sometimes. Nothing against any couriers who are watching, but they do seem to be a bit of a nightmare sometimes. Coming up on services here. Let's hope we're not getting a police check again. No, I don't think so. Oh yes, we are. Can see the red circle. Great. Really didn't need that, but there you go. So we've got to pull in here again. Just like last time. Pull in the services, drive up to the red circle and let the police check everything again. We were doing quite well, we're not having any of this, and now we're... Oh, okay. Just don't know what that was about, but... Well, everybody's strapped in this time, that's something. All got their seatbelts on. Okay, on we go. Now that's over, hopefully we won't get any more, and we've got about 2.5 hours to do just over 200 kilometres, so that should be okay, theoretically. Again, traffic is not exactly heavy by any means, and I've got the traffic on 100. It's not like I've turned down traffic levels. Traffic density is on 100, so if you do find the traffic is too much, you can turn down traffic density in the options. But personally, I sort of like it on the 100. I've got the incidents on 100 as well, the maximum, so you get maximum police checks and road accidents and road works and everything else. So basically I've got it on the most difficult settings you can have it, effectively. So this will be our eastern hub established after this run, and then the next one will be München to do the south, and then we'll have to think about what one we're going to use in the west. Possibly Frankfurt, or maybe Cologne. Probably Cologne, actually. Or Cologne, K-O-L-N, I think it is in the game, but that's Cologne. Oh, I've been caught speeding. Well, I didn't realise we were in an 80, sorry. There was a junction there, I should have known it was dropping to 80 where the junction was, my fault. I could probably be on time and do 80 all the way, but passengers are very quick to comment at the slightest thing. I did have that one lady earlier on who said I should be promoted, so hey ho. I like the comments when you're early, like, before schedule, I can't believe it. Or the railway should take a leaf out of this book. They're obviously not used to being early on the railway. What we've not had is people pulling out suddenly, like this car in front of us now, behind these lorries. Sometimes as you come up behind them, they pull out right in front of you at the very last second. Saying that they don't do it, this guy's probably going to do it, but you get a lot of that sometimes, and you really just cannot avoid a collision, and it's most annoying. Or they cut you up. They'll go by and then cut in as soon as they get past you. At the moment, they've actually been quite nice. They're driving almost sensibly, which is quite shocking for the AI. don't pull out now, mate. Yeah, well done. Incredible. So there's a junction there, but the speed limit didn't drop to 80. So it seems to depend on the type of junction, which is sometimes not easy to actually discern before you reach it. Excuse me. Okay, München and Erfurt on the signpost there. So we're going back to Erfurt this time, and then our next route will be going down to München. Can't remember how far that one is. If that needs a rest stop along the way, it might do. It might be just long enough. It's amazing how you hear all the noises so much clearer when you haven't got the radio playing. All that guy was doing, he seemed to be sort of stopped. That's another thing the AI will do. Sometimes it will virtually pull to a stop in the middle of a motorway, which is really strange. Now, is this going to drop to 80? No, I don't think so. No, I think we're okay through here. Time wise, I think we're alright. We've got about an hour and a half to do 100 kilometres. Should be fine. Oh, sure what that was about. I'm certainly not hitting anything, so. Oh, hey! See, pulling out, look at that. You can't trust them. And I couldn't really go into the outside lane because that car was there. And he wasn't going to give me any room to pull out, so you got to be ready for him to do anything. Probably now he's got there, he's not really going quick enough to get past the traffic in the inside lane anyway. I'm sort of tempted to go past him, I've got to say. We're doing 80, I suppose we're doing alright, but he's moved out of lane and he's not really got the power to get past the guy in the inside lane anyway. And now this courier's going to pull out, I bet. be amazed if he doesn't pull out into the middle lane. Very suddenly, I expect. Are you going to? Or not? I need to go off here anyway. So I'm going to let you do what you like. Because Erfurt's off to the right here. Now that guy who made all that fuss about being out in our middle lane just moved in. No, he's not going Erfurt. Ah, what's going on there? What was that all about? You really need to hit your brakes that hard? Okay, so sorted that out in the end. We'll head down this way. So we're 60 kilometres out and we've got over an hour. We shouldn't have a problem, really. This is where you need your mirrors when you're doing things like this, because you need to check that left-hand mirror and see if there's anything coming, because they won't let you out. If there's something there, you need to let them go by before you pull out, because they won't let you pull out. That's a sure fact. Very rare do they let you out, I'm afraid. Even when you're in a bus stop in the town and you know, you just want to pull out into the road, they generally won't let you pull out. I've not heard of letting buses pull out at all. I'm not sure which limit applies here, because on the sat-nav it actually says 80, but on the overheads it says 60. But I'm pretty sure that as far as any problems with speeding fine or anything like that, it's the 80 on the sat-nav that actually applies. I don't think that Fernbus actually counts the temporary speed limits overhead, but I usually try and stick to them where I can. And I'm currently doing 60, so we're now saying 80 anyway, so it's not a problem. But I do generally try and stick to them, but I don't think the Fernbus actually applies them. I think it applies what it says on the sat-nav, and the sat-nav doesn't adjust to those temporary ones on the overhead things, from what I can make of it. 32 kilometres to go. And nearly an hour to do it, so absolutely no problems with time, it seems. Again, you have to be pretty careful there. They don't hang about coming down there, and you have to have a careful look in the mirror there. Apologies for my slight cough, bit of a dry throat at the moment. Okay, so we're back in Erfurt, back in our hometown. I think we're going to be on time again, and hopefully you can see I'm not exactly thrashing it and driving right on the speed limits by any means. I mean, in 100 limits, a lot of the time I'm doing like 80, 90 and still completing the journeys within the time, so you don't have to be really pushing the limits to do it at all. As long as you stay en route and the traffic isn't too bad, you're generally okay. Bit of luck with traffic lights helps, and not too many police checks. Other than that, it's generally okay. Okay, so let's pop down here. Should be quite familiar with this road by now. Know this road well. Come on. Blasting their horns again. I don't think it's anything to do with me. I don't see why it should be. I'm not sure what those horns are all about, but that was unfortunate. Lights changed just as I got there. Put the handbrake on because I think I'm going to be a minute or two at this one. So that's been a pretty good journey. I mean, we did have a slight accident and we were technically speeding once, but not the end of the world. I mean, it wasn't a disaster by any means. Could have been better, but could have been a great deal worse. I'm going to try and go not too far forward so that I can actually see that light when it changes. So they're all blasting their horns, but what at? I can't believe it's anything to do with me. They can get by that side of me, so I can't believe that there's any reason for them to be blasting horns at me. All I'm doing is sitting at a red traffic light. It's now on green for that road to our left, so if there was anything coming out of there, it's their turn on green at the moment. There actually isn't anything coming out of there anyway, but they're obviously timed traffic lights, so we've got to wait for them. And now we can go. Oh, rain. Oh my word. It's a bit less than pleasant, but at least it's right at the end of the route. Passengers are going to get a bit wet, but there you go. Such is life. Oh, it's a thunderstorm.
Wenn ich nur vorher gewusst hätte, wie schnell und günstig Fernbusse sein können.
Quick and convenient coaches. Yes, mate, they are. Sorry, you're going to get wet. Nothing I can do about it. Bye-bye, wet people. Oh. Okay, so there we go. So we are back on time. So let's get our spreadsheet and enter that fact that we are in fact on time. So we can now check our summary, and we've got total profits of €229 now. We've got 4 routes on time and none late yet. 44 passengers. Not bad. Not bad. So there are 4 routes, and you can see this is populating. They've all been 7-day routes so far. We haven't done any that don't run over all 7 days as yet, but you can at any point you like, if you wanted to say not run that one on a Thursday, you can just take the tick out. But because they're joining our major hubs, I would run these all 7 days. But obviously, you know, you can choose your own timetable, so to speak. And as I say, you can set your own ticket rates and your own cost factor and all that sort of thing to suit however you want it to be. Okay, so next time it will be Erfurt to München, I think, to set up the southern hub. So I'll see you then. Take care. Bye now.